Hi everyone, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. This is Gayatri here. Hi Kala, good evening, welcome to the session. So today's session is for the SBI mains examination that is coming up in the month of July, and we are going to be looking at questions from the data analysis and interpretation section in today's session. Yes, so if you look at this data analysis and interpretation section in the mains examination, questions are mainly from data interpretation or data sufficiency. Then you get questions on caselets, right? These are the general types of questions that can come in this particular section in the mains examination. And I hope all of you have started your preparation for the mains examination. See, the prelims exam is over and the mains examination is happening in July, even though the results are yet to be announced. You have to start your preparation for the mains and don't wait for the results to come, because it will be too late if you start your preparation after the result comes. Okay, so start your preparation. I hope all of you have started. If you have not, please start it right away. You have only a few days left for the mains examination. Okay, so more of you have joined the session. Hi Vidya, hi Shraddha, hi Vasu. So welcome to the session. Moving on to the session. In today's session, I have chosen a few questions which would be helpful for your preparation for the mains examination. So we'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes for more of you to join, and then we'll get started. Okay. Say a hi to me when you join the session, so that I know you have joined. And be active throughout the session, right? You have give me the answers for the question. So even if you make a mistake, then only I would know that there is something that you are not able to follow. Then only I'll be able to explain it again. Okay. Yes. So more of you have joined. Panuganti, Karthik, Nandu, Vidya, Rahul. So good evening all of you. So if you look at the mains examination, the questions difficulty level is going to be a little higher. So you definitely have to focus on your calculation, right? Because many questions are from data interpretation. So definitely you will have graphs involved, percentages, and a lot of numbers involved, right? While doing the, so there will be a lot of calculations involved. So try to calculate in a very effective and smart way. That is very, very important when it comes to the mains examination, especially this particular data analysis and interpretation section. And again, questions from data sufficiency. One very important thing that you have to keep in mind during the examination is that you do not have to find out the actual answer for data sufficiency question. Just see if the given information is enough to arrive at the answer. If it is enough to arrive at the answer, mark your answer and move on to the next question. Don't waste your time finding out the actual answer, right? The actual answer is not required. You just need to know whether the given statement is sufficient to arrive at the answer or not. Okay, so now let's get started. A lot of you have already joined the session. Hi Soni, good evening. I've been missing you for the last 2-3 sessions, so you're back. Okay, anyway, let's get started. So the first question for today's session is there on your screen. So this is the, first we are going to be solving a pie chart. Hi Prashanti, hi Sugeta, good evening. So let us look at the first question. So what is given here? Given below are 2 pie charts which shows the percentage distribution of male employees and female employees working in 6 different companies out of the total male and female workers respectively in these 6 companies. Note, if it is said that the number of employees working either males or female, then it means sum of employees working both male and female. Okay. So look at the first question and try to solve this question on your own and give me the answer. So once you guys give me the answer, I'll start solving. What is the first question? What is the difference between the total number of employees working from company D and those female working in company C and E together? How will you solve this question? What is the answer that you get? You should be giving me the answer by now. It's just that difficult. 152, Vidya says. Is that what everybody is getting? 152? Alright, so let me start solving it. What is the difference between the total number of employees working in company D? So, how many employees are there in company D? See, out of 2,400 male members, 12% belong to company D. Similarly, out of 3,200 female workers, 20% belong to company D. So, totally how many workers are there in company D? See, out of this 2,400, 12%, right, belong to company D, and out of this 3,200 female, 20% belong to company D. Now, what is 12% of 2,400? See, what is 10% of 2,400, 10% of 2,400 is 240. What is 2% of 2,400? 48. Correct? So, what is 12% of 2,400? 288. See this calculation, right? Splitting like this and adding, right? You have to do it in your mind. Do not write down like this. I am just explaining it to you, so I am writing it down. So whenever you have questions where percentages are involved, right, instead of trying to multiply 24 into 12 and finding that out manually, the easier way to solve it would be to split these percentages and solve. This 10%, this 12% can be taken as 10% plus 2%, correct? So what is 10% of 2,400? 240. What is 2% of 2,400? 48, correct? 1% will be 24, 2% will be 48. So 240 plus 48, 288. So in many cases, it would be easier to split the percentage like this and solve. Again here, very easy, right? See, what is 20% of 3,200? Now here solving it in both ways is easier. You have to do 32 into 2, correct? That is 64, or it will be 640, right? 3,200 into 20 by 100, which is nothing but 640. So, how many employees are there in company D? Number of females in company D is 640. Number of male in company D is 288. So, the total number of employees in company D is nothing but 288 plus 640, that is 928. Now, what is given? What is the difference between the total number of employees working from company D and those female working in company C and E together? So, C and E, females working in C and E together we have to find out. So, how many females are there in company C? 13%, correct? In E, 21%. So, put together 13 plus 21 or 34%, right? 34% of the total number of females are working in company C and E together, or 3,200 into 34 by 100, correct? Or that is nothing but 1088 females are there in company C and E together, correct? Again, this 34% of 3,200. Now, how will you calculate that? Either you multiply 32 into 34 manually, or Find out what is 30% of 3200, find out what is 4% of 3200, split the percentage and add. Yes? Ashwin, what is the, Ashwin says 320 into 2. Yes, Ashwin, that is what I have also done, right? 3220% of that is 640. Okay, so what is the difference here? Difference is 1088. The answer that you are looking for is 1088 minus 928, or that is equal to 160. Got it? 160. See, such questions are very easy. You will not go wrong with the logic that has to be followed. The only issue will be the calculations involved. So try to solve in an easier way, right? By, or in a smart way, by splitting these percentages if required. Okay? Yes. Yes, Vidya, these are easy questions. You shouldn't be making careless mistakes in such questions. Okay? Now, next one. The ratio of officers to laborers who are working in E is 9:7. The officers working in company E all are what percentage of female working in company F? How will you solve this? See, here they are talking about officers and laborers, okay, who are working in E. So officers to laborers in E is in the ratio 9:7. So first we have to find out how many officers are there and how many laborers are there in E. Okay, so what is the total number of people in E? See, if you look at male, right, 24% of the male, that is 24% of 2,400 people belong to E. Or how many male members are there in E? 2,400, 24% of that. What is 24% of 2,400? Is nothing but 24 into 24, which is nothing but 576. Correct? So there are 576 male members in E. Similarly, how many female members are there? See, here you have 3,200 and 21% of them belong to E. Correct? So 21%. Again, see, you know 20% of 3,200 is 640. So 21% will be what? 640 plus 32. Correct? Or that is nothing but 672. Okay, I hope it is clear. I am not writing down these calculations. Like I said, these are calculations which you have to do it in your mind. Right? See, 21%, I am splitting it as 20% plus 1%. Now, 20% of 3,200, you know, is 640. 1% is nothing but 32. So 640 plus 32, that is 672. Yeah, all these directly you should be able to write. You should not be wasting your time writing these stuff. Okay, so what is the total number of employees in E? The total number of employees in E is nothing but 576 plus 672, or what is this equal to? This is equal to 1248. Yes, these are the total number of employees in organization E. Now, it is given that out of this 1248, right, the ratio of the laborers to, officers to laborers is in the ratio 9:7. So, I can say that there are 9x officers and there are 7x laborers, yeah, in the company E, or 9 plus 7, that is 16x, correct? That is equal to 1248, or what is x? X is equal to 78. So, how many officers are there? 78 into 9 officers are there. How many laborers are there? 78 into 7 laborers are there. Now, what is the question? The officers working in company E are what percentage of female working in company F? How many females are there in company F? See, out of 3,200 females, 5% belong to company F. Now, what is 10% of 3,200? 320. So, what is 5% of 3,200? Half of that, right? So, 320 divided by 2, or that is nothing but 160. So, there are 160 females in company F. So, what is the answer that we are looking for? So, what is the percentage, correct? They are asking for the percentage. So, 78 into 9 divided by 160 into 100, correct? The officers working in company E, that is 78 into 9, is what percentage of females working in company F? So, this is the answer that they are asking for, okay? So, solve this and find out the answer, that's all. So, what will your answer be? Your answer will be 438 point some value, basically it will be 438, 3 by 4, yeah? Option C will be your answer. Yes, Kala, option C is correct. So, Prashanti has given the correct answer, Kala has given the correct answer, good. Yes? Okay. So, shall we move on to the next question? Is it clear? Yeah, Vidya has also got C as the answer. I hope there is no doubts. See, these calculations, right, don't waste your time writing it down like this. Like I said, try to do these in your mind. And now, how will I do it in my mind? Right, this will come only with practice. Every time you practice, or every time you solve questions on data interpretation or any topic, right, wherever you see percentages, if you try to split it and do, then automatically you will be able to do in that way in the examination, right? You cannot say that when you are practicing you will do it in the normal way, and suddenly when you go for the examination you will be able to do it using this method. Any method that you take you will be able to do it at ease only with practice. Just keep that in mind, okay? Yes. Now, let's look at the next question. Next one. So, the next question is from the same set. So, try this and give me the answer. What about others? Everybody is so quiet. I got only 3 answers for this question. Only Kala, Vidya and Prashanti have given me the answers. What about others? I hope all of you got the answers. So Chinna has given the answer as 528 for this question. Okay, let us look at what others are saying. Yes, Prashanti has also given 528. Vidya says 528. Sony has also given me the same answer. So let's try it out. See, it's very easy. What is given? 5 by 12th of male employees of company E are graduates. So how many male employees of company E are graduates? 5 by 12th, right? So how many are non-graduates? See, if 5 by 12th of the male employees of company E are graduates, then I can say 7 by 12th of the male employees of company E are non-graduates. Okay. See, the question is you have to find out the how many male non-graduates are there. Correct? First you have to find out how many male non-graduates are there in company E. In company E, 5 by 12th of the male employees are graduates, which means 7 by 12th, right? The remaining part, 7 by 12th of them will be non-graduates. Similarly, in company C, it is given 7 by 13th of the female employees are graduates. So, how many female employees are non-graduates in company C? The remaining, right? See, out of total 13, see, what does 7 by 13th mean? If there are totally 13 people, out of them 7 females, right? If there are totally 13 females, out of this 13, 7 females are graduates. So how many females will be non-graduates? 6 females out of the 13 females are going to be non-graduates. Or I can say 6 by 13th of the females in company C are non-graduates. You have to find out the number here. So, right, if you write it down like this, then it is very easy to solve. So if you look at male, right, totally there are 2400 male, out of which how many male are belonging to company E? 24% of them are belonging to company E. Out of this 7 by 12 of them are non-graduates. Correct? Similarly, out of 3200 females, how many females are belonging to company C? 13% of them belong to company C, out of which 6 by 13th of them are non-graduates. You have to find out the sum of these two. That's all. Yes. So what is it that you get when you solve this? All of you have got the answer as 528. Yes, that is going to be your correct answer. Okay. So actually when you solve it, what will you get here? You will get 192, right? When you solve this part, you will get 192. And what will you get when you solve here? Here you will get 48 into 7. That is 336. Correct? Yes. 336 plus 192. That is 528. So what is your answer? Your answer is option A, 528. Yes. Shraddha, you have given me the answer as 520. I hope it is clear. Maybe you have made a mistake somewhere. Just check. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Find the difference in the number of male employees working in company A and C together and those female employees working in B, D and F together. Solve this and give me the answer. Kala has given me the answer as 520. That was fast, good. What about others? Yeah, Prashanti has also given the answer as 520. So, how will you solve this? Find the difference in the number of male employees working in company A and C together. So, how many male employees are working in A and C together? 18 plus 15, correct? Or 33% of the male employees are working in A and C together. And so, what should we find out? See, totally we have 2,400. Out of that, 33%, correct? That is what we have to calculate. Now here, if you look at female employees, what is given? B, D and F together. B, D and F. So that is nothing but B, D, F. 20 plus 16 plus 5, that is 36 plus 5, or 41% of 3,200. So what is 33% of 2,400? How will you find that out? See, what is 30% of 2,400? That is nothing but 24 into 3, correct? See, 72 or 720, right? See, 3% of 2,400. See, what is 3% of 2,400? 24 into 3 or 72. So, what is 30% of 2,400? Add a 0, correct? So, 33% is nothing but, I am just splitting here again, okay? I am just writing this down for the sake of explanation. See, this 33%, you can split it as 30% and 3%. What is 30% of 2,400? 720. What is 3% of 2,400? 72. So, this is the answer that you are looking for. Instead of multiplying it like this, right? 24 into 33. This is the easier way, no? You know what is 24 into 3? 72. So, you just have to do 720 plus 72, which is nothing but 792. Similarly, what is 41% of 3,200? Now, what is 40% of 3,200? 32 into 40, right? Or what is that? That is nothing but 1280 plus 41%. Again here, what I am doing is, I am splitting this as 40% and 1%. So, 1280 plus 32, correct? 1% is 32, or this is 1312. Now, what is the question? You have to find this difference, correct? So, you have to find out 1312 minus 792. That's all. Very easy, right? When you split it and do, it's actually very, very easy. So, what will be the answer that you get here? 520. Yes. Option B is your answer. The difference in the number of male employees working in company A and C together to those of female employees working in B, D and F together. So, your answer will be 520. Yes, all of you have got this answer. Good. So, let's move on to the next set. Now, before I move on to the next set, another tip, okay, that you can keep in mind when you get questions on data interpretation is that sometimes in some sets, right, not all the questions will not be easy, right? Some questions will be very calculative. So, out of the 5 questions or 6 questions that comes from one particular graph or set, there can be 3 questions which are very easy. You can solve it, and if there are some questions which are very calculative, don't waste your time on that question alone, right? You can either keep it towards the end or skip the question, because questions which are too calculative, right, no point in wasting your time there. At least keep it towards the end, right, so that the same time can be utilized in a better way for other easy questions. Okay, this is another thing that you have to keep in mind. Always choose the questions wisely. That's very important. Now, moving on. Next. So, the next question, we are moving on to a set, data sufficiency set. So, solve this and give me the answer. Very easy question. No, by now you should be giving me the answer. See, such questions, you have to solve it without using pen or paper. Just read the question, give me the answer. That's all is required for this question. Yes, so Dheeraj and Komala have given me the answer as E. Chinna also says the answer is E. Yes, that's the correct answer. Now what is given here? What is the cost of painting two adjacent walls of a rectangular hall which has no doors or windows? See, whenever you find out the cost of painting, what will you do? First you have to find out the area of these two walls, and then you have to find out the cost, right, per square meter. What is the cost to paint? Then only you will know the total cost, correct? Like to paint per square meter, it is 5 rupees, something like that should be given. Now look at the statements that is given. The first statement says the area of the base of the hall is 112 square meters. The second statement says the breadth, length and height of the hall are in the ratio 7:4:3. And the third statement says area of one wall with length as its base is 168 square meters. So basically, if you see all the three statements, they are talking about the dimensions, right? What can be the dimensions? What is the length, breadth, height? Some information related to that is given. Now, using all these three statements, the maximum, right? See, I am not even reading exactly what is given in the statement. Max using such information given, I'll be able to find out what is the length, breadth and the height. Might be combining the statements, I'll get the answer, or might be by using two statements I might get the answer. But to find out the cost of painting, right, of adjacent walls, I will need to know the cost per square meter, right? Then only I will be able to find the total cost for a given area, which is not given in any of the statements. So what will be my answer? My answer will be all these three statements together are not sufficient to arrive at the answer. See, there should be some information about the cost that has to be given, correct? Then only we will be able to find the answer. No information about cost is mentioned here. So you cannot get the answer. Yeah, the cost cap per square feet can be 1 rupee. Square meter can be 1 rupee or 2 rupee, whatever. So without knowing any information of that sort, I cannot find out. Option E will be your answer. Yes, a lot of you have given me option E as the answer. Very good. Next one. What is the answer here? So Prashanti says B, Chinna says A, Komala says B. Yes, Kala says only 2. Yes, Kala, that is right. Anyway, let us solve it and see how to arrive at the answer. What is given here? 8 men and 12 women can complete a piece of work in 24 days. So, 8 men and 12 women can complete a piece of work in 24 days. And how many days will it take 12 men and 6 adults to complete the same work? So you have to find out how many days will it take 12 men and 6 adults to complete the same work. Now, first statement says 8 men can complete the work in 24 days and 9 women can complete the work in 32 days. But see here the question is how many days will 12 men and 6 adult? So when I say 8 men can complete the work in 24 days and 9 women can complete the work in 32 days, using that I cannot find out this, right? See, I don't know what is the time taken by adults to complete the work. Without having any information about that, I cannot find this out. So using statement 1 alone, I am not able to arrive at the answer. Now, look at the second statement. The second statement says efficiency of 1 adult is equal to 3 women, or I can say 1 adult is equivalent to 3 women. So here this statement, how can I rewrite this? I can read it as 12 men plus, see, 1 adult is equivalent to 3 women, or 6 adults will be equivalent to how many women? 18 women. So this whole expression, right, I can rewrite it as like this. So in terms of men and women, okay, see, I know 1 adult is equivalent to 3 women, or I can say 6 adults is equivalent to 18 women. So when I have to find out the number of days taken by 12 men and 6 adults to finish a work, that is nothing but trying to find out the time taken by 12 men and 18 women to finish a given work. Okay. Now the total work remains constant, correct? From this point you will actually be able to find out the number of days, right? This question mark, you will actually be able to find out. Let us take this as D days. Now how can I solve it from this point? See, I know the total work is constant, right? See, 8 men and 12 women. Okay, right? Totally they are working for 24 days. So in one day, if they complete so many units of work, in 24 days, they will complete some total units of work, right? Which is going to be constant. The same will be completed by, in D days, by 12 men and 18 women. Here at this point, remember, you can rewrite this equation as, see, this is nothing but 16 into 3 by 2, correct? That is nothing but 24 of 8 men plus 12 women. Take this 3 by 2 inside, what will you get? If you take this 3 by 2 inside, this will become 16 into 24 by 2, correct? Or that is 12m plus 36 by 2, 18 women, right? This left hand side can be converted like this, and this is equal to D into 12m plus 18w. You can cancel these two out, or you can say D is equal to 16. Yes. So using the second statement alone, I am able to find out the value of D, which is what is asked in the question. So what will be your answer? Actually only 2 is enough to arrive at the answer. Now let us look at statement 3. Now again statement 3 says the amount of work done by a woman is 1/3 of the work done by a man in one day. If I use statement 3 alone, again I don't know anything about the adult, right? How much work they are completing or any comparison not given. So using only 3 also I am unable to arrive at the answer. So if you look at the options, there is very clearly an option saying only 2. So that has to be your answer. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you? See, this question is a bit tricky because you should be able to do this part, right? Otherwise we might get confused as to what to choose as the answer. We might feel that none of the statements are enough, or might be you have to combine 2 statements to arrive at the answer. But this rearrangement, if you are able to do, then you get the answer. But is it clear? See, here it was given efficiency of 1 adult is equal to 3 women. So I made this equation in terms of men and women. So I know 8 men and 12 women can do a work in 24 days. Similarly, you have to find out 12 men and 18 women in how many days can they do the work. I just rearranged the equation in such a way that these 2 terms get cancelled. Okay? Yes. Next one. Sony, basically, see, if I have too many unknowns, right, I have M, W, D. Now, if I have all these together, solving this seems to be difficult, right? So, what I did was, see this 24, see basically I wanted to make these two similar. I am trying to do that so that I can cancel it out, right? So, what did I do? I just, this 24, I am writing it as 16 into 3 by 2, correct? So, if I take this 3 by 2, that basically I am trying to make this as 12 and this as 18. How do I do it? If I multiply both of these by 3 by 2, correct? I will get that answer. 8 into 1.5 is 12. Similarly, 12 into 1.5 is 18. So, if I multiply by 18, here I have to divide by 1.5, no? So, this becomes 16. That is another way to think about it. I hope it is clear now. Next one. Prashanti says answer is D for this question. All together are not sufficient to answer. Komala says E. Vidya says all three. Shraddha says A. Okay. Sony says 2 and 3. All of you are giving me all the options available, is it? Each one of you have given me a different answer for this question. See, questions on data sufficiency can also be very tricky. You have to very carefully read the given information and mark the answer. Very easily we can go wrong. Okay, see now for one question I have got 4 to 5 different answers. So let us look at this question. What is given? A train crosses another train in 10 seconds. Find out the sum of the length of the trains. First one. Ratio between the length of the second and the first train is 6:5. Second statement says ratio between speed of the first and the second train is 3:4, and the third statement says the speed of the first train is 54 kilometers per hour. Okay, so I know the time taken by one train to cross another train is 10 seconds. Correct? So here the ratio between length of the second and the first train. So if the length of the first train is 6x, right? The length of the second train is 5x. For example, I am writing like this, right? So this is the length of both the train, and here the time taken is 10 seconds, but I cannot find out the sum of the length of the train using the statement 1 alone. So statement 1 alone is not enough to arrive at my answer. Similarly, the next statement says the ratio of the speed of the first and the second train is 3:4. So if speed of the first train is 3y and the speed of the second train is 4y, again using this and this information I can't find the answer. Using the third statement. Third statement says the speed of the first train is 54 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now again using the third statement alone I cannot find the answer. Correct. But remember here, if you combine statement 2 and 3, what will you get? If you combine statement 2 and 3, it is given ratio of the speed of the first and the second train is 3:4 and the speed of the first train is 54, or I can say this 3y is 54, or I can say y is equal to 18. Correct? So the speed of the first train is 54 kilometers per hour and the speed of the second train is 72 kilometers per hour. Okay? Now, what is it that you have to find out? You have to find out the sum of the length of the train. Correct? So, if you have to find out the sum of the length of the train, now what is the length of two trains? See, generally crosses means they have not separately asked for the length of one train. They have asked for the sum of the length of the two trains. So, if two trains are to cross each other, right, the total distance that will be covered by the trains will be length L1 plus L2, right. This will be the total distance that will be covered by both the trains, which will be nothing but the relative speed, right, of both the trains into the time taken to cross. So, relative speed can be found out from here, right, S1 and S2. Now, again here generally when they say one train overtakes another train, it will be both the trains are traveling in the same direction, or they should have mentioned to make it more clear whether it is both the trains are in the same direction or they are traveling in the opposite direction. Correct? So, whichever way you are considering, right, basically you have the speeds of both the trains, you can find the relative speed, you know the time is 10 seconds, convert that into kilometer per hour, you will be able to find out this, right. This L1 plus L2 is nothing but the total distance that is travelled, correct, or that is the sum of the length of the trains. So, using statement 2 and 3 alone, you will be able to arrive at the answer. Okay, here direction is not mentioned, but ideally they should have given, right, either one train is overtaking the other train, or both of them are in the same direction, or both of them are in the, or crossing each other means they are traveling in the opposite direction. Okay, I feel that it should have been more clear so that there is no confusion, but this is how you solve it. Using statement 2 and 3, you have the respective speeds, you can find the relative speed, you know the time, you just have to find out the length of the two trains together, or the distance that is travelled by them. Hope it's clear. Yes. See, generally when they say crossing, it is opposite direction, but again I feel it should have been mentioned clearly in the question so that it would have been more clear, okay, whether it is opposite or they are overtaking. Overtaking means same direction, right, no confusion there, but again crosses means generally it's opposite direction, but better that mostly in questions they would mention it, right. Now look at the next question. Next question involves the concept of probability, so try it. Surendran says the answer for this is option C. Vasu says it's D. What is given here? What is the ratio of probability of getting 2 blue balls from green box to the probability of getting 2 green balls from blue box? So what is the ratio of probability of getting 2 blue balls from green box? Green box, 2 blue balls I have to take. So totally how many blue balls are there? There are 5 blue balls. Out of this 5 blue balls I have to take 2 blue balls. That is my favorable event. What is the total number of ways of taking 2 balls out of this green box? Totally how many balls are there? 10, 15 plus 11, 26 balls are there. Out of the 26 balls I am selecting 2 balls, right? Out of the total 26 balls in the green box I am taking 2 balls. That is the total number of possibilities, right? And which is my favorable case? My favorable case is when I select 2 balls out of this 5 balls, right? So this is the probability of getting 2 balls from the green box. Now what is the probability of getting 2 green balls from the blue box? So blue box I have to get 2 green balls. So that is nothing but 9C2 divided by, totally how many balls are there in the blue box? 18 plus 9, 27 plus 6, that is 33. 33 C2. This ratio is what I have to find out. Correct? So what will be my answer? See, this will be nothing but 5 into 4 by 1 into 2 divided by 26 into 25 by 1 into 2. All this 1 into 2 will get cancelled, right? So you don't even have to write it. Correct? Divided by 33 into 32. So this is the ratio that you have to find out. Or that will be nothing but 5 into 4 divided by 26 into 25. So when you solve this, what will you get the answer as? You will get 88 divided by 195. Option C will be your answer. Yes. Vasu, I hope it is clear now. Let us move on to the next question. What is the approximate percentage of probability of getting 1 yellow ball from the red box to that of probability of 1 green ball from the blue box? Prashanti says 66%. Surendran says option B, 63%. Okay. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . What is the approximate percentage of probability of getting one yellow ball from the red box? So, out of 6 yellow balls, I have to get 1 ball. That is my favorable case. Totally, how many balls are there in the red box? 20, 29 plus 6, 35. Correct? Divided by probability of one green ball from the blue box. One green ball from the blue box. So that is ultimately 9C1 divided by, here you have 27 plus 6, 33. Out of total 33 balls, I have to choose any one of the 9 balls, or it is nothing but 6 by 35 divided by 9 by 33, which is nothing but 6 by 35 into 33 by 9. Correct? When they are asking for percentage, this into 100. Correct? That's the percentage that you are looking for. So what will be the answer that you get? (22) divided by 35 into 100. That's the percentage that they are looking for. So that will be approximately 63%. I think the exact answer will come to 62.85, which is approximated as 63%. Anyway, they have also asked for the approximate percentage. So you need not worry about the answer, none of these there. Yes, so Kala, Vidya, Komala, Chinna, all of you have got the answer as option B. Prashanti, Surendran. Next one. Hi Rajat, currently we are focusing on the SBI mains examinations that is coming up. Generally we do live sessions as per the examinations that are coming up, or we also post videos in our YouTube channel based on the upcoming examinations. So you can subscribe to the channel to get the notifications of the videos or the live class that are being scheduled. What would be the answer here? Come on, no answers till now. Vasu says option C. Vidya says answer is option A. Prashanti, Sugeta, all of you are saying A. So how will you solve this? Find the probability of getting one red ball and one blue ball from the red box. So one red ball and one blue ball from the red box and 1 green ball and 1 yellow ball from the green box. 1 green ball and 1 yellow ball from the green box. So first let us find out the probability of getting 1 red ball and 1 blue ball from the red box. See, remember, and means multiplication, correct? So what is the probability of getting 1 red ball from the red box? Totally out of this 9 balls, right, I have to select 1 ball, correct? Find the probability of getting 1 red ball from the red box. So 1 red ball, getting 1 red ball is nothing but out of this 9 balls I have to select 1 ball. Similarly, what is the probability of, what is the chances of getting, or how can I get a blue ball from the red box? Out of this 8 blue balls I have to select 1 blue ball. So I have to get 1 red ball and 1 blue ball. So the total number of cases will be 9C1 into 8C1. So I have to select 1 red ball from the 9 red balls that are there, and I have to select 1 blue ball from the 8 blue balls that are there. Now totally how many balls are there in the box, red box? Totally there are 35. Correct? Totally there are 35 balls. Out of 35 balls, I have to select 2 balls. Correct? So basically what is happening, see, I have to find out the probability of getting 1 red ball and 1 blue ball from the red box. So basically from the red box I am picking 2 balls, or I am selecting 2 balls, which can be done in 35C2 ways, which is the total number of ways. And which are my favorable cases? My favorable cases is 9C1 into 8C1. 1 red ball and means multiplication, 1 blue ball. Okay, so this is the first one. Or what is the answer here? It is nothing but 9 into 8 divided by 35 into 34 divided by 1 into 2, 35 into 17, which will be nothing but 72 divided by 595. Now second one also you have to check. You cannot directly mark this as the answer because there is an option none of these also. Similarly, second one, what will you find? What should you find out? You have to find out probability of choosing 1 green ball and 1 yellow ball from the green box. So in the green box totally how many balls are there? 10, 15, 26, right? Out of this 26 balls I have to totally select 2 balls, and which will be my favorable cases? I have to choose 1 green ball and 1 yellow ball. So 3C1 into 7C1, or that is nothing but 21 divided by 7 3s are 21, correct? 21 divided by 26 into 25 by 2, or that is nothing but 21 divided by 325. So what will be my answer? My answer will be option A, 72 by 595 and 21 by 325. All of you got it? Good. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one is a very different type of question here. I thought I'll take this up so that you are used to solving such questions. So basically they have given some data in the form of a table here, and some information is missing in the data. Now based on this table, there are some data sufficiency questions that are being asked. Okay, so what is given here? The students who belong to different schools: Pratibha, Navodaya, Shantiniketan and Alphabet. The following table gives the number of students belonging to 4 schools during the period of 2011 to 16. Some data is missing which has to be calculated. A question followed by 2 statements numbered 1 and 2 is given. You have to read both the statements and give the answer as per the following options. So let us look at the first question in this. So read the question, look at the statements and try to arrive at the answer. So Surendran and Komala says the answer is option A. Kala says both. Vidya says only one. Okay. So what is given here? Find the number of students belonging to Navodaya school in 2012. So you have to find out the value here. Now see what is given. First statement says the total number of students in 2012 increased by 6% from the previous year. Previous year is 2011. In 2011, I have values of all of this. I can find out what is the total. Remember, this is a question on data sufficiency. So I don't have to find out the actual answers. I am just looking at the statement and seeing if I am able to arrive at the answer or not. I am not going to sit and calculate the exact values here. So if I add all this, I will get the total, right? Some x. I am getting some value here, okay? I can find out the answer if I want to. Now, once I get this value, what is given here? The total number of students in 2012 increased by 6% from the previous year. So, in 2012, how many students will be there totally? 1.06 of this total, right? X. That will be the total number of students in 2012. Now, in 2012, I have number of students studying in Pratibha, Shantiniketan and Alphabet, and I also have the total. I just don't have this, which I can easily find out, right? The total minus sum of all these will give me the number of students that is who studied in Navodaya in the year 2012. So, using statement 1, I will be able to get the answer. Okay, because it is given total number of students in 2012 increased by 6% from the previous year. I can find the previous year total number of students, and there is an increase of 6% means I can find out the total number of students in 2012. In turn, I can find out the number of students who studied in Navodaya in 2012. So, using statement 1 alone, I can arrive at the answer. Now, look at statement 2. The average of total number of students from Navodaya in all the years put together is 999. So, what are they saying? All this, if you add all this divided by so many years, the answer will be 499. But based on that, will I be able to say how many students were there in 2012? No, because I don't know this value, I don't know this value. Without knowing all this, how can I say how many students studied in 2012 in Navodaya? I cannot say that. So, what will be the answer here? The data given in statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Your answer will be option A. Okay? Yes. Next one. See, it's okay if you make mistake. These are only practice questions, right? But learn from your mistakes and see to it that you don't repeat it going forward. That's all. We all make mistakes. That's how we learn, right? Surendran and Komala say the answer for this question is option E. What about others? What is the change in the number of students belonging to Pratibha school in 2013 as compared to 2012? So, let us try this. What is the change in the number of students belonging to Pratibha school in 2013? Okay, so basically you have to find out how many students are studying in Pratibha school in 2013. You already know how many students are who were studying in Pratibha school in 2012. You have to find out the change in number. Okay, now first statement says in 2013 the number of students in Shanti Niketan increased by 8% from 2011. So in 2011, if there are 475 students in Shanti Niketan in 2013, there are 475 into 1.13. Sorry, 8%. Correct? 8% means 1.08. Correct? So this will be the number of students in Shanti Niketan in 2013. Again, using this information alone, I cannot find out how many students are there in Pratibha school in 2013. Even though I know the total of this year, I also don't know how many students are there in alphabet. So I cannot find out this value. So using the first statement alone, I am not able to arrive at the answer. Look at the second statement. The second statement says the number of students in alphabet school decreases by 4% from 2012. So according to second statement alone, correct, what is it that I am getting? If there are 525 students in 2012, right, how many students are there in alphabet in 2013? 525 into 0.96. Again, using this alone, right, I cannot find out how many students are there in Pratibha school, because in this case I don't know about the number of students in Shanti Niketan. So using statement 2 alone also I am not able to arrive at the answer. Okay. Now, if I combine these two statements together, right? So from the first statement I got here, correct? Here I got 475 into 1.08. This will be the answer here, and here it will be 525 into 0.96. So if I combine both these statements together, right, I have the total here also. So I can find out how many students are there in this Pratibha school in 2013. Then I can find out the increase. Yes, see again here there is actually one information that should be given to make this second statement complete, right? See, it should be given in 2013, that should be mentioned here. Then only this second statement is complete, right? See, it should have been given in 2013, the number of students in alphabet school decreases by 4% from 2012. Unless that is given, correct, I feel the second statement is incomplete. So, please consider it like this and then solve. Otherwise, see, when they say the number of students in alphabet school decreases by 4% from 2012, which year are we talking about? We need to know that, right? Which year are we talking about? We don't know. So in the question, ideally it should have been in 2013. In that case, if you use both the statements together, you will be able to arrive at the answer. Okay, so here if I use both the statements, I will get the answer for the question. Option E will be your answer. Okay, so remember here it should be given in 2013. If this in 2013 is not given, then what will happen? I don't know which year they are talking about, right? The number of students in alphabet school decreases by 4% from 2012. Did that happen in 2014 or did that happen in 2015 or 2013? How do I know, right? In that case, then you will have to say both statements are not sufficient to arrive at the answer. But here I am adding this extra. Consider it like this and then solve. Okay? Next. What is the percentage increase in the number of students belonging to Shanti Niketan school from 2011 to 2014? Komala says answer is option E here. Okay, so let us solve. What is the percentage increase in the number of students belonging to Shanti Niketan from 2011 to 14? So 2011 value is given here. I have to find out this. Yeah, if I find that out, then I can find out the percentage increase of the number of students from 2011 to 14. Now, statement 1. The difference between the total number of students in the year 2016, all schools together, and the total number of students in Shanti Niketan over all the years together is 992. So the difference between the total number of students in the year 2016. Okay, so let this be x. Okay, if I add all this, right, I will get this value of x. I can find out the value of x. I am not going to find it. So this x, okay, minus total number of students in Shanti Niketan, right? Shanti Niketan put together, if you add all the students in Shanti Niketan, this answer is given as 992. So basically, if I add all this together, right, and I subtract from x, this answer I get 992. Or basically from the first statement, what I can find out is I can find out this sum, right? In Shanti Niketan, totally over the years, how many children have studied. But using that, I cannot find how many children studied in 2014, because I also don't know how many children studied in 2013. And based on the given information, I can't find that out. So using statement 1 alone, I am not able to arrive at the answer. Okay. Now, next one, statement 2. What does statement 2 say? In 2014, so this alone is not enough to arrive at the answer. Statement 2 says, in 2014, the number of students in all the schools except Shanti Niketan is same as that in the year 2011. So, in 2014, the number of students, right, in all the schools are remaining the same. So, if here it is 485, here also 485, here 494, here also 494, here 496, here also 496. Shanti Niketan alone has changed, and here you know the total also. So you can find out how many children are there in Shanti Niketan, right? This can be found out because you know the total minus sum of these three will give you the number of students studying in Shanti Niketan in 2014. Once you get that, you will be able to find the answer for the question. Yeah, so using the statement 2 alone, you will be able to arrive at the answer. So using statement 2, you can find out how many children studied in Shanti Niketan in 2014, and you can find the percentage increase from 2011. Is it clear? So your answer here will be the data in statement 2 alone is sufficient to arrive at the answer. Is it clear to all of you? Some of you have given me the answer as D here. Some of you say E. Yes, only 2 is enough to arrive at the answer. Any doubts in that question? Yes, only 2. Good. So I think with that we are coming to an end of the questions chosen for the session. Any doubts in any of the questions that we solved? I hope the previous question was clear. I hope there are no doubts there. Any doubts in any other questions that we solved? Anything that you would like to ask me? Else we'll wind up the session. So like I said, the SBI prelims examination is over, the mains examination is coming up. I hope all of you, like I said in the beginning of the session, I am hoping all of you have already started your preparation, else please do start your preparation, okay. And questions in the mains examination is going to be a little more difficult than the prelims examination, but like I said, choose the questions wisely and try to manage your time in the best way possible. That is very, very important, okay. So Sony, so Sony says nice questions, I like the questions, good. So we will try to choose such good questions for the upcoming sessions as well. And so Sugeta says no doubts. Great. See, some of the questions are similar type as what was asked in the previous year examinations. Okay, so we have tried to take question types from previous exams only for the session so that it is useful for you. Okay. Anything else? So Vasu says, ma'am, can you please explain the last question one more time? One second, let me just switch my screen. So this is the question, right, Vasu? See what is given here. You have to find out the percentage increase of number of students in Shantiniketan from 2011 to 14. I know how many students studied in Shantiniketan in 2011. I have to find out how many students study in Shantiniketan in 2014. Using the first statement, right? What is given in the first statement? See, the total number of students who study in 2016, right? I can find the answer. I just have to add these. Okay, I am getting some answer y here. Let the sum be y. Okay, this y minus total number of students who study in Shantiniketan, right? The sum of all these together, that is given as 992. But from that, I cannot find out how many students are studying in 2014. Correct? I can only find out totally how many students studied in Shantiniketan over the years. See, I don't know this, I don't know this. I don't know two values. So, I cannot find out the number of students who studied in Shantiniketan in 2014. Hence, I am not able to arrive at the required answer. But when I look at the second statement, it is given in 2014, all this is remaining the same except for Shantiniketan. If all this is same, I know the total also. So, only one value is missing. I can find that out. Yes? Right. Sony says, ma'am, please check the reasoning forum tomorrow. Definitely I'll do that, Sony. I think this week we also have the doubts clarification session for quants and reasoning. So I will check the forum tomorrow. Yeah. Definitely we will try to bring in more such sessions so that it's useful for your preparation, okay, and with more difficult questions we will take up in the next session. So that is it from us for now, and I will see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care, bye bye, good night.